We're going to make some bokashi now, and it's a two-step ferment. First it's in water, and then it's an airtight situation in a plastic bag. So it is an anaerobic ferment. So we're going to start by putting in around 1 kilo of starchy white rice. And we're not really going to cook the rice. We're just going to soak it in some water to get the starch out of the rice. So several cups of water. I've got about 4 cups here. Let's see how it goes. Probably enough here. And then just swish it around to release the starch from the grains of rice. So we're looking to see that water going a milky colour. And the good thing about this is the rice is not wasted. You can cook it up for dinner or dehydrate it and save it for later. Oh, it's nice and starchy now. That's exactly what we're after here. And then the next step is to separate the water from the grain and capture it in this bowl. This is called rice washings, and the Filipinos prepare their rice like this. They use rice washings for their cooking. Okay, so now we have our starchy water. And I'm going to add a good spoon of lovely dark brown sugar, because now the sugars and the starches will be feed for the microbes. So although this is an anaerobic ferment, it's still open to the air, where they're going to, like a starter, catch the lactic bacteria. And the lactic bacteria will find this sweet starchy mixture and start to come into it and begin to break it down and create lactic acid. And this is what probiotics is all about. Once we've got all this lactic acid and an amazing number of lactic forming bacteria, that will be the basis of our ferment, or for our bokashi to break down organic matter. Now all you need to do is just leave it open to the atmosphere for a week. You can stir it a little bit here and there, that's fine. And then after a week, when stirring, it should be a little bit frothy, and that will be signs of life grown into the water mix. And then we're ready for the next step. Okay, I gave it a bit of a stir. I can see all little frothy bubbles. It isn't a lot you can see, just be assured that it certainly has been fermenting. And you can even just taste it, and you can taste a tangy flavour. Now the next step. Let's get another bowl. And now we're going to empty the bran into the bowl. And it's recommended you use rice bran simply because it's a Japanese ferment, but I find rice bran to be very expensive, so I just grab the cheap wheat bran from the supermarket. Well, those chickens are busy there in the background, so we'll let them in. I've got 2 packets of bran here, which is going to give a lot of bokashi. And I've got here some of my garden soil, so we've got lots of microbes to add to the mix, and we're just going to work on multiplying them as we ferment the bokashi. And now we can add the fermented liquid, and we're after a nice moist mix just like a little bit of moisture coming out as you squeeze the bran in your fist. Through the bran, it absorbs a lot of moisture. I think that's pretty good actually. I can go right through that. Just a few drops of water coming out when I'm squeezing it. Well, now it's all going into a plastic bag. Okay, so now all the bran mix is in the bag. Just going to squeeze the air out of it because it's now definitely anaerobic, to encourage different type of bacteria to proliferate. Tie it up. And then wrap it in another bag. And put it away in a dark cupboard somewhere for 7 days. So your bokashi is a 14-day process. The first half is then 7 days of fermenting the starchy sugar water. And then the second part is 7 days in a dark cupboard. And then after that you can just spread it out on a tray to dry in the shade. And once it's very dry you can put it into a container. But you can also use it straight away. So make sure when you're drying the bokashi mix that it's out of direct sunlight because the harsh sun will kill the microbes.